It'll be good. Hey guys, Robert Hamm with Robert Hamm Photography here again, and today, you know how it goes. If it's not one thing, it's another. At least that's the old saying, and technology is really irritating me. Luckily, it's a beautiful, bright, sunny day out here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I'm not dealing with the same wind issue that I was before. I wanted to talk to you right now about my shoot film series that I have coming up. Remember, you guys still have the opportunity to help me name it. Just put a suggestion in the comments below because the series hasn't actually kicked off. Here's what happened. I got a couple of cameras in. We're going to talk about those guys. Well, you can't see them now, but they're down there. We're going to talk about them in another video where I give my real quick initial impressions of each, and that's going to be pretty cool. But what happened was I got my Pentax X or KX, right? And I had a 50mm Sears Auto 1.7 or 1.8, something like that, and went out and took some portraits with it. And I enjoyed that. It was a good experience. I liked it. And then I made a video while I was doing that. And then I got the Canon EF, you know, the Black Beauty. And I got a couple of different lenses with that. And I went out shooting on the 28mm f1.8 or f2.8 that I got with it, one of the lenses. And I made a video. And so the idea was to put the actual images in the video, right? Because that would be cool, right? The problem is very simply this. When developing, because I was using film that I didn't know if it was expired or not, that I had gotten in, each one of them came with some film. So it was just rolls of film. It was Fujifilm Superia and one roll of Kodak Gold Max between 200 and 400. I took a couple of rolls of film total. I think I had 3 rolls total. I sent them all the way off over to Mpix to develop them because it was like $6.90 to develop. And they said you got like images were like 2,000 by 3,000 pixels. So it was a nice small pixel, not that I would publish or do anything with, but good enough for a video. So I sent it off. And they also said they send back your negative. So I thought, hey, great, this is a really great experience when you compare that to like $11 from the Find Lab for their basic scans, which you would then still have to pay for your negatives to ship back. So they offer a negative archiving service where you get them like every 90 days. They offer an immediate ship for your negatives, and they offer a destroying service. And then I thought to myself, well, no, if I get just these little small ones from Mpix, these 2,000 by 3,000-ish sizes, I thought that'd be great. I'll get the negatives and I'll scan them on my flatbed scanner and call it a day. So number one, I got the negatives back, but no, you don't just scan them on your scanner. So that's something that I learned. But number two, Mpix doesn't allow you to download the scans that they take, and they put up really small, crappy, like 450 by 280 thumbnails, something like that, in your gallery. So you can't even tell if your images were exposed or not, or were in focus properly, I should say. So that really peeved me. So 2 weeks of shooting, 2 rolls a week, one with each camera. I sent off 3. I have 1 roll that I'm finishing out again in my Pentax X or KX. And I can't even make the video for you. So I scrubbed it. Here's what I did. I went around and I looked to decide what film lab I wanted to work with. And I called thedarkroom.com, I called North Coast Photo, I emailed with the Find Lab. Those were my big 3. Thefindlab.com was people that really got what I was trying to do just through emails. They were nice, they were happy. Mpix, everybody's customer service was great. I had some dialogue through Mpix about downloading the images. They want you to buy a DVD, which is why they do it that way. And I get it, they're only developing it for $6. But for me, I chose to go with the Find Lab. And I'll keep you updated. If they do me wrong, I'll definitely let you know. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I really enjoyed it. And this is something, this whole concept, let me give a shout out to 2 very important people that helped me think about film a little bit differently. They don't know me. I've subscribed to their channels. I suggest you do as well. Matt Day Photography and Ted Vieira. First of all, I like Ted Vieira because he's got a really interesting perspective on Fujifilm cameras. He's been, I started following him a couple of months ago when he switched to using like the XT1, and he's gone to the X Pro 2, and he's got some videos. But recently he switched over to film. And the reason that was important is that I've been watching Matt Day for a little over a year, and I had heard him talking about shooting film. And so when I saw Ted shooting film and the enjoyment that he was getting out of it, I had some dialogue with him, which was excellent. If you want to reach out, I have reached out to Ted in the past. If you just put a little comment up there, ask him a question. He's very responsive, and I got to say I really appreciate that, being a creator myself, and I know the stresses. So if you reach out to Matt or anybody just in a comment and they respond back to you, I'm gonna tell you right now, it takes a lot of work to make sure that your viewers feel like they're getting the responses and the attention that they need. And I appreciate that from Ted. I have no contact with Matt. I just like his videos. The one thing that I thought about that clicked over with the Find Lab was I noticed how Matt was talking about when he was developing his own black and whites, his Ilford HP5s and different things, and then he turned over and he started working, somehow he started having his workflow work with the Find Lab or whatever, and I realized, man, wow, immediately a professional development service, they really are doing something special there than what Matt was doing in his own darkroom. Not that Matt wasn't getting good results, it's just, man, it was really good results that the Find Lab was doing for him. And he put a video about it. So that put me on that radar. And then, of course, when I sent my film out to begin with, the problem was I was doing it on the cheap, right? I was just looking for the cheapest. And guess what I got? I got the cheapest. And that's okay. I got what I paid for. I'm not dissatisfied with what Mpix sent me. I'm dissatisfied that I didn't understand what I was getting. And that was my fault. I should have asked them ahead of time. So they've got lots of great products on Mpix. This is not in any way to downgrade Mpix or anything like that. This is just to share an experience with you. All right, so that's what's happened. I do still have a shoot film series coming out. Eduardo Pavez is another guy. Check him out. I'm going to put links down in the description to this because these guys are people that are shooting film and making it relevant by explaining how it can be relevant to you and sharing their experience. And it's a conversation that I'm excited about, which is why I want to share my voice. I want to have a voice in it too. As you guys know, generally the channel focuses on technical kind of things with cameras and like how you manipulate images in Lightroom. And I got a couple of series going on, like my Complete Edit series, where you can follow me with a complete walkthrough of what happens from the minute you import photos to the time you're going to deliver them on a DVD to your client. And I do that for each one of my weddings. So I go through, and while I'm editing, I make a part of that. I make a video for that, and the videos sometimes are 15-20 minutes, just to do one small thing on a group of images. And you can imagine if you compound that over time, the different types of the amount of time that goes into finishing your photos in the darkroom process, or in the Lightroom process, I should say. Anyways, that's my take on that. I'm Robert Hamm with RobertHammPhotography.com. Catch me over on Twitter at RobHammPhoto. You can find me on both Facebook and YouTube at /Robert Hamm Photography. And as always, keep shooting, my friends. Yeah, so these are the cameras that I'm going to show you next. The Black Beauty, the Canon EF, and the Pentax KX. It's crazy.